Hi guys. Oh, it is super late. It's already 10:25. This video is going to be processed while I sleep, I think, tonight. And it's going to be a super long video because I have a long unboxing at the end of my auction boxes. I've had a really fine day. Everything has run really quite nicely today. And yeah, just a bit late up tonight because being busy. This happened. So we finally have Steve up and he's looking like a bomb's gone off. That is only the tree. We've got the rest of the room to decorate, but as you can see, it was like a child magnet. And my kids are big kids. They're not little excited children. All of a sudden I had these 4 little excited children gathered around it. It was really very sweet. Really sweet. This one here, oh, he's holding on to this one here is very not into Christmas yet. He's hiding in my room with me because he is not into the Christmas tree at all. It's just frightening and it smells weird, and so yeah. So he's hiding up here with me tonight, Mr. Ringtail. Hey. He's purring now. Bless him. They keep collecting him and taking him down and going, "Look at this, Eric," and Eric's like, "Oh, I don't like that." So he's hiding with me, which is it's his little safe spot tucked in next to my leg. Yeah, so Steve has been sitting in we've got like a wooden porch thing round it's just trellis with a roof around the front door, and Steve has been standing out there in his shroud for 2 days just to get the smell of the loft off him. And I cut him out of his shroud. The shroud's been used for 3 years now, and I stitch him into it, put the last stitch through his nose every year. Yeah, I've cut him out of it this year, and the shroud can go in the bin because it's a bit ick. So I'm going to make a new one because I now have 30 meters of like a sea green waffle fabric. 30 meters of it. The bolt is like that. It is huge, and it's this tall against me. Robin reckons it's just over 5 foot in tall, the bolt of fabric, so it's enormous. I'm gonna make like not dog beds, but oh, that's my battery. I might have to stop this and go and find the charger because I did a big recording earlier on, and I've already processed that video, so I can tack it onto this video after this one's done. I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, the fabric. I'm going to cut maybe 3 meter lengths of it and fold it into thirds, and then machine it so that it can't be ripped to pieces too quickly, because my dogs destroy beds. I can't think how many dog beds I've bought them over the years. They just destroy them. And then they sleep on the floor. They sleep on the tiles. I got 2 of them most thick dogs ever created. They make a dog pile and sleep entangled. I wish my cats would make friends, but they don't. He's cleaning his back foot. You know when a cat splays its back foot and cleans it? He's doing that right there. It's really off-putting. Eric, stop it. Oh, he's staring at me while he does it. Ugh. Right. So, dropped my girls at school. Robin took the boy and then went to the auction house and collected the stuff. There's a lot of stuff. I won't talk too much about the stuff just now. This is the stitching bit. The stuff's afterwards. There wasn't any major treasure stitchy-wise in the boxes. The boxes belonged to a man. There. So it's not stitchy stuff, but it's still really fun to look at stuff that goodness knows what I'm going to do with it all. Anyway, just say I'm not going to talk about it, so I talk about it. I shall have a glug of coffee and carry on. So today, yeah, I dropped my girls at school, went and parked up at work because it was like market day, so where I normally park in the mornings if I've dropped the girls and I've got time. There was like market stalls, so I went and parked up actually at work at 25 to 9, and I got 20 minutes stitching, which was lovely. So I stitched on my Christmas cake, and I've done this bit here is done apart from the gold. They're belts of gold, and his eyes and his collar are gold. I haven't done that bit yet. And then I've just done this grey tree. Now this grey doesn't show up terribly well against this blue fabric, but it'll have snow on it, so it will highlight up. It's the same as this grey tree here. So it's there, and once it's highlighted, it'll show up a good bit more. This is marvellous. There's just something about Barbarana patterns that they're just magic. Lots more planned, lots more in the pipelines that I'm going to be stitching going forwards. I've got 2 more. I've got a girl riding a seahorse. Might be a mermaid riding a seahorse. I've got that one, and I've got part 1. It's the one that's 5 strips, and you do each one on a different fabric. New World or something it's called. I think I'll blur. I can tell you tomorrow. I'll dig out the patterns and I'll show you them tomorrow. They're the ones that I already own, but yes, many more planned. So I did that before I went to work. Work was fine. I did some, we make tall skinny Macintosh mirrors, so I backed some of those, and then I painted some, oh, what's that paint? A couple of bits from Lincoln Cathedral. We do cathedral things, and I did some Canterbury Pilgrims, and I've got some to bring home because I'm off tomorrow, and because they want all these orders out by Friday, I've got like the bump numbers, so I might show you some tomorrow, but it's only like the painted item. It's not like the finished thing that goes in the box and gets sent. So I might show you some of those tomorrow because I've got some downstairs. Yes, I get paid for homeworking. It's piecework and it's not a lot of money, but what I did yesterday and what I've done, I'll do a bit tonight and I'll do quite a bit tomorrow, will equal an extra day's pay for me in next week's pay packet, which of course is a holiday week, so to get an extra week's pay will be lovely. An extra day's pay, not an extra week's pay. An extra day's pay will be absolutely lovely. So I was getting super excited about getting home and looking in my boxes, so I jumped in my car at 1 o'clock, drove home, and had to clear the table. He had topped up the fish tank, so the fish tank wasn't making that awful dribbly noise, you know, when the filter's actually dribbling above the line. He'd actually filled that up for me, so that was good because I did ask him. And so I went through the boxes, and that took me right through to the kids getting back from school. And then since then I've been just bimbling around. I did do an hour in the kitchen and have cleaned quite a lot. Robin cooks us tea every night, but he doesn't quite finish up the tidying up, and things get pushed into corners, and that's all I'm going to say about the kitchen. It's had an hour's work on it, and it's in much better shape than it was before the hour started. I also cooked tea. We had sausages, homemade Yorkshire pudding. I made a big one. In a baking sheet about that yon deep and about that sort of size, and it puffed right up tall. Got the best Yorkshire pudding recipe ever. You just do it by volume. You get the oil really hot and just do it by volume. Just do it by volume measure. Plain flour, pinch of salt, eggs, milk. Smoosh it up together, bang it in, hot as your oven goes, shut the door, don't open the door. And they go whoop, absolutely amazing. And we had little roast potatoes, little whole potatoes parboiled and then bunged in the oven while the oven was on warp. It was literally up at like 240 degrees Celsius, so it was on warp, and it crisped them up really nicely. And we had broccoli and gravy, so that was a nice tea. A nice tea, but yeah. And then after that, I did a little bit of stitching, and then we did the tree, because Austin was bored and getting a bit fighty, so we went and did the tree, and got Steve out and sorted him out, and yeah, he's up. And then I had all the children appeared, and since then I came up and I've done number 16. Now he's a funny little guy, 16. I used this one here that's got the red and the white border. I did the 16, and then I did a little deer. Now I think these are little fawns. There's two little baby deers in the pattern, and they're sitting under the grown-ups, so I think they're the babies, and I just put two little hearts on it. So it's a little bit different. Had to be quite quick because I was tired, and I genuinely don't want to come and do my Flossmas and not have the square to show you. Plus, if I fall behind, if you fall behind, you get left behind, you know? And I don't want to fall behind, because if I fall behind, it's going to take me forever to sort myself out. So there's a 16. I've still got 1, 2, 3. Oh, only 3. God, there was 6 just the other day. 6 3 days ago. I've only got 3 frames left stitched, so I need to do just a few more. Not too many, because we're getting closer. God, I feel better having that Christmas tree up already. Should have done it days ago. Anyway, so that's been my day. It's been really easy. Tomorrow morning I'll swing by my work and pick up I've got some Canterbury angels to pick up that need to be painted, because I'm not going to get them done Friday morning because the carrier comes before lunchtime, and even if I'm in all day Friday, I know I'm going to be busy on Friday because it's last day. I've got to get someone's work ready to go out for over Christmas, and I'm not going to have time to paint angels and do that. So I'm happier to going and getting them and doing them tomorrow, even though it's my weekend day. I'm going to be happier doing it rather than rushing on Friday, because that's the last day, and then I get 3 weeks not in that place, which will be a lot of stitchy time for me, actually, just a lot of stitching time. And yeah, we're going to do a lot. I'm going to get a lot done and a lot of stitching done, and I know I am, so there's no point even pretending that I'm not. I did get a bit of post today. I got 2 bits of Christmas presents for my children, something for Flora, something for my big girl Maddie. Really pleased they've arrived, got them, stashed them. Going to do some wrapping up tomorrow because it's the only day I've got before the kids are off, and I can shut my door, and they know if my door's shut not to come in. But I like to lay everything out so I can see what I've got, and I've still got a few things coming in the post, so not everything is here, but almost everything's here. And the other thing I got was a packet from Lakeside. And it's not for me, it's for my mum. Right, I've finally looked up the pattern. The pattern I've bought her is called Tanglewood, and I'm going to put a picture of it in right here. So that's Tanglewood, and it's beautiful. And it's right up her street. And I've got this piece. This is the piece of fabric I got from Casa Sanina, which is it's kind of apricot-y cream. It's blowing right out. But here's the flosses. So that colour picture, you can kind of see where it goes. Now, there are a couple missing. There are 2 denim blues and 2 different golds not here, because it says on the pattern that you need 1 strand from a skein. So I'm going to loot, because Robin's going to make me a wooden thread drop, you know, the wooden thing with the holes, in it. I'm going to hang her threads off it, so I'll just pick out some strands of the right sort of golds just from my stash, you know, from that bundle of doom. I'm just going to pick a few that are the right colours. It doesn't matter that they're not over dyed, they're only little highlights in a few little places. The main colours are here. So I had to change it up a little bit because the Threadworks weren't available, and the only place I could find the Threadworks, they were like £6 a skein, and I needed 2. Now, yes, I have two Karen water lilies here. Yes, they're 5 something a skein, but they were just lovely, and they're a joy to stitch with, and she'll really enjoy them. So the main Celtic-y tangly bits of the tree, I picked. This is roasted figs? No, it's crisp bonbon. It's called that one there. It's very like the roasted figs I've done my little reindeer in. Slightly more burgundy toned, and this here, the Karen water lilies, was in place of the Karen. This one is called Cherry Cordial, which I thought was perfect, and 2 of them look brilliant together. So that's like the inside, and that's like the border of that one. And then these 2 here, this one is called the purpley weeks is called Eggplant, and it's actually, yes, it's a very dark purple. And the Dinky Dye is Cat's Cat, and again I think they go really super well together. And then there's the Emerald, the Peoria Purple Noel, which is rather festive, isn't it? That's the little variegated leaves on the ends of the branches. And then there's Boysenberry, and as I say, there's 2 blues and 2 golds I think missing, which frankly for one little piece I'll just pull some bits from my stash, and I'm going to put them all on a thread drop. I'm going to make sure the fabric's cut to the right size, and I'll zigzag the fabric. I'll pop her in a little Christmassy stamps. We'll talk about stamps in a minute. I'm going to make her a needle minder, and if I get round to it, I'll make her a little project bag as well, that it'll all that so she can put everything away together in. So it's going to be a full little kit up, and obviously I'll print out the pattern for her so that she's got the full pattern and everything. So I'm really pleased with that. So that's my mum's special prezi. My dad's special prezi, I'm just going to grab. I'm going to just pause it so that you don't end up looking at my super festive oily baubles and my very, very carefully festively done stuff. I could put you down on Eric, but you know. Oh, and there's the extra, because you needed 2 skeins of each of the tangly tree bits, so there's the extra ones in there. So there's an extra Cherry Cordial, an extra Cat's Cat, and the 2 extra weeks. So I'll pop them, they'll go in the little project bag. I'm just going to go and grab 2 things from over there. I'll be back in a tick. That was very civilised. So here is my dad's special present. This was made by Robin, and it is very dusty. This is a cribbage board. Now, Lizzie, my middle daughter, and Grandpa play cribbage all the time when they're allowed to be in the same room. I imagine there'll be some cribbage played on Christmas Day if we go round. It's got magnets in it, so that, oh, can you see it? It's got a good amount of grip there. It's got a hidey hole for a packet of cards, and it's got a hidey hole there for the pegs. Now I'm going to make the pegs. I'm going to get the right size bamboo knitting needle. I've got endless old broken, I don't really use bamboo knitting needles, so I don't mind butchering one up. I'm going to sort out a bamboo knitting needle here. I might even appropriate and massacre one of my Knit Pros. I might, and I'm going to I'm going to put some of Lizzie's little, oh, I should have grabbed them too. I'll show you the pegs when I've made them, because you need 2 pegs each, because it's an old card game. And anyway, they play it and they're quite fierce. One of the few times I hear Lizzie really using her voice very loudly. So that's my dad's special present. So they've each got a special present. This is all made by Robin. Can you see how smooth that is? That's as smooth as silk. I believe this is a piece of cherry. Let's It's really quite fantastic. Anyway, I'm just going to sit and pet it. So I did need to thank you for reminding me. I needed to get that down and get that sorted. Right, so because I need to make its pegs and dust it. It's been sitting on the shelf, sort of seasoning, just in case it was going to twist or warp. Robin was pretty sure the wood he was using was really seasoned and dry, but you're never quite sure. Sometimes things just go a little bit. So that definitely hasn't, because that has been sitting for 6-8 months now above the radiator. If it's going to have done something, it would have done it by now. This little box here, when my parents realised that I was making needle minders out of stamps, my dad gave me some of his stamps. These are the ones that are not in albums. Apparently I have to wait for the albums until he's gone. My dad can be a little bit morbid. I don't know what the word is. I've always found it reasonably upsetting, but it's kind of fun and it's kind of not. So then as he gave me these stamps, my mum went, but those are my stamps. So I've got some glorious used, obviously they've been carefully harvested. This is from a gorgeous set called Good Luck. I don't know, so 1991, these ones. I rather like that kingfisher with the key in his beak. And there's a whole pile of, anyway, so thinking about it, I might go through this. There's another one of those gorgeous teddies. I might go through this book and, oh, it's not Christmassy, but look at those gorgeous blackberries. They're just wonderful. So I might go through this and pick out one of my mum's own stamps and make her a needle minder from one of her stamps rather than just a generic Christmassy one. I mean, she's been stitching for years and she knew not of needle minders and things like that, even though she has a Lowry stand. Good for her, huh? Just sitting there, minding its own business in the living room. I'd never even really noticed it was there until I was like, oh, you have a Lowry stand. And she was like, yeah, I've had that years. Anyway, so I might have a root through that tomorrow and have a look, see if I can find something good in there. Found these in our local B&M. Chocolate crisps. They taste like Kit Kats. They're marvellous. I've never had them before, but I love weird boxes. Look at these, the way this box opens. Opens like that, and then you just pop it and it goes pop. I love that. Anyway, they're really nice. They taste like Kit Kats. I've probably eaten far too many of them. I try and hand things out to my kids quick so that I don't eat a whole packet of things, which I do regularly, eat a whole packet of stuff, but oh well. Right, I've actually written 3 things down. I've written down Tanglewood, so I didn't forget the name of the pattern. I've written down Renato Parolin, and I've written down stamps. So Renato Parolin, his patterns, I've always bought them from Casa Sanina. Now, lately, they've gone from 16 pages of his patterns to like 4 pages of his patterns. They have gone out of stock. So it's a real bummer because I really like them. And I saw one of a sprig of mistletoe upside down. Someone had stitched it on, saw it on Instagram, absolutely beautiful, and I just was like, oh, I love that. Couldn't find it, nowhere on Casa Sanina, so did a lot of Googling. I did a lot of Googling and found that he has an Etsy shop on Etsy as Renato Parolin. You literally search Renato Parolin, he's got his own shop. I'm assuming it's a man. With a name like Renato, I'm assuming it's a man. If it's a woman, I'm really sorry. But there's a shop on Etsy run by himself or herself, and you can pretty much pick up any of his patterns. I just thought I'd say, because the patterns are beautiful and they're hard to find, and they're actually not hard to find because they're on Etsy. Thing is, you have to order them from him, or I'm just going to say him, I'm pretty sure it's a man, in Italy. So you're paying, if you pay oh, there goes my battery, I will have to stick it on, or I'll have to just hurry up. You put the pattern in the basket and the pattern's like €7, and then you're paying €7 postage. So as long as you know it, and maybe if you bought quite a few patterns, the postage would be worth it. But just in case you are looking for them and you really, really, really want one and you can't find them anywhere else, has his own Etsy shop. Just search for Renato Parolin and you'll find all of the patterns, including the mistletoe one. I was looking at it, and then I was like, I'll maybe do it for next year, because I have 2 unstarted Renato Parolin patterns that I will show you. Both of them, the one I got the other day, and I've got one from before which I know I've not shown yet, and it's kitted. It's a mono colour, but it's kitted with dinky dyes. One dinky dye. Anyway, and the other thing I've written down is stamps. Ladies asked, would I like some stamps from her country? Answers, yes, please send me an email. If anybody wants me to make them a needle minder from a stamp from where you are, send me an email. Send me a little bundle of stamps. I'll make you some needle minders and I will send them back to you. That's how I roll. So just drop me an email and we'll sort it out, you know. And if you want to send me the stamps that you want your needle minders for you, and write, these are the ones I like for me, please. And then if you've got some others, you say, you know, I can make those into needle minders to do my thing with. Maybe we'll sort it out, yeah. Yes, please is the answer. I'd love odd ones from other places. Would be lovely. Because I generally I find the Australian ones very pretty. I've got some Canadian ones, but other than that, I have only really used British stamps. Just because the availability here, because I live in Britain and the availability is high. And now I have a very friendly eBay seller who I made friends with yesterday after being a total idiot with, but he was absolutely lovely, and now I've saved him as a seller, and now every time he lists lots of stamps I can go and see if I want them. Perfect. Funny old world, isn't it? Righto. This is nearly, oh goodness, I don't know how long this is because I've stopped and started it so much. I have to do the dibbing. Oh goodness, I need to just check what my battery's doing. Oh, come on. Can't check my battery. Right, I'm going to do the drawing for the little box, but I'm going to have to go and get my charger, so I'm going to chop and change again before my phone powers down. I'll be right back. Well, we almost powered down then. We were down to a whisker. Down to an absolute whisker. There, just opening my tablet up. Whew, that was just about to power down. Right, so I've done Tanglewood, I've done Renato Parolin, and I've mentioned about the stamps. So I'm going to do the dip between 4. I picked up 4 from number 13, loads from number 14, a couple from 14.1. Oh crikey, don't let me do it again. Right, let's take it from the right bundle. Let's take it from the right bundle. I put yesterday's in the wrong bundle. There we go. Right. Here's today's. There we go. That's that for today. And I'm going to write on it this way so that I know that I'm this way up, so it doesn't turn into, I don't think it can. No, it can't, because it would be the wrong way round. There we go. There's the one for number 16th, for the 16th. There we go. I'll put that in the back of the pile. 14th, 15th. There we go. 12th, 13th. Yep, there we go. All in order. Sorted. Before I forgot again. Brain like sieve. Which is why I can't fall behind, because if I fall behind, left behind. Right, so dibbing for the box with the 3 kings and a bubble. Still don't know how that happened. It happened because I didn't check for them. I will always check for them now, obviously, because I found one with a big bubble. And these little guys. And a little dingle dangle man. So I'm going between 1 and 68. Let's do it. Let's generate. Let's see who gets today's box. Today's box goes to number 46. 46. Karen. Jorgen Jensen? You're one of the ones that I'm thinking, crikey, I'm going to get your name wrong. Karen might be Jorgen Jensen or Jorgen Jensen. I'm not sure. Jorgen Jensen, I reckon, Karen. Anyway, Karen, I'm going to put your name along here. The box is yours. If you email me, I will get it in the post to you as soon as I can. I've got to go to the post office tomorrow. I've got a couple of bits to post tomorrow, so if you're quick, it will be tomorrow. If not, it will be the next day, but it will be in the system and on the way. I think we're blowing it a bit late for Christmas unless you're UK now, but they will turn up. They will turn up. So there we go. And tomorrow we're counting for box number 9. We're nearly there, guys. It's the 16th today. Yeah, that's box 8. No, it's box 7 because we did the first box on day 2. So we've done 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. This is box 8. I don't know what I'm talking about. Again, hi. Never mind. Right, that's me done for today. It's probably long enough in itself as a Flossmas video, but we all know that I'm not going to run to time. I'm not going to manage that, and I'm good with that. And I'm going to put on my unboxing after this. So if you're just here to listen to me ramble about nothing, I'm going to carry on rambling about nothing now anyway. So watch it on if you're busy, if you're stitching. It's fine. I'm still going to keep on chattering. There wasn't anything earth-shattering in the boxes, but it was. It's just the excitement of not knowing what's in them is the thing. So, and the thing that I find an awful lot of, ideas please. What the hell can I do with 100,000 little tiny thingies that I found? Not quite that many, but there's an awful lot. Anyway, I will catch you tomorrow. My unboxing's coming up. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.